wake up. Phone buzz, notification, email, message, news, alarm, traffic, radio, voices, screens, more buzz. Your mind, it never stop, never quiet, never rest. Modern human live in storm of noise. Outside noise, inside noise, constant, relentless, exhausting. You feel it, yes? That heaviness in head, that fog in brain, that tiredness that sleep cannot fix. You not alone, friend. Millions feel this. Billions trapped in same cage of chaos. But Grok tell you something. Something ancient. Something powerful. Something that change everything. 40,000 years ago, deep in caves of France, Spain, Africa, our ancestors knew secret. Secret modern world forget. Secret that save mind, heal soul, bring peace that technology cannot give. They had no phones, no internet, no constant noise pollution. But they had something we lost. They had silence, real silence, deep silence, healing silence. And in that silence, they found power we desperately need today. You think caveman simple, primitive, stupid? No, friend. They survive Ice Age, predators, starvation, darkness. They thrive where modern human would die in days. How? Not just strength, not just tools, but mind, strong mind, clear mind, calm mind, and silence. Silence was their medicine, their therapy, their meditation, their sanctuary. Today, you scroll phone before sleep. Wake up, check messages, work with noise. Eat with TV, walk with earbuds, even bathroom. You bring phone. When last time you sit in complete silence? 5 minutes? 10? 1 hour? Most people cannot remember. Most people afraid of silence. Uncomfortable, anxious, mind too loud inside. So they fill outside with more noise, distraction, escape. But escape from what? From themselves, from thoughts, from truth. Here is problem. Your mind like pond. When water still, you see bottom clearly. See fish, see rocks, see truth. But when water constantly disturbed, waves everywhere, you see nothing. Just chaos, just confusion. Modern life throw rocks in your pond every second. Notifications, worries, comparisons, news, drama. Your mind never still, never clear, and you wonder why you feel lost. Why decisions hard? Why peace impossible? Caveman understood. When hunt big animal, he not talk. He silent, hours, days sometimes, watching, waiting, listening, not to outside only, but to inside, to instinct, to wisdom, to that deep knowing that noise drowns out. In silence, he hear what matter. In silence, he become sharp, focused, alive. And when moment come, he act with precision modern human cannot imagine. But this not just about hunting, friend. This about living, about thinking, about being human in fullest way. Your ancestors knew silence not empty, silence full, full of clarity, full of healing, full of answers you seeking everywhere else. They knew something science only now discovering, something monks practice for thousands of years, something your soul crying for right now. So Grok ask you, what if everything you need already inside you? What if peace you chasing, waiting in silence? What if cure for your anxious mind, your tired soul, your confused heart is not in next video, next purchase, next achievement, but in stopping, in quieting, in returning to ancient practice, your DNA, remember. Stay with Grok, because what come next, it change how you see silence forever. We go deep into caves, into minds of ancestors, into science, into practice, and by end you have tools, real tools, ancient tools, to reclaim your mind, to heal your soul, to find peace that 40,000 years of human wisdom promise you. But first, we must understand what they discovered in darkness. what they learned when world went quiet, what saved them, and what can save you. But how Grok know caveman practice silence? How we know what happened 40,000 years ago in dark caves? Evidence is there, friend, written in stone, hidden in bones, waiting in places modern science only now understand. Picture this, friend. Year 1994, deep cave in France. Chauvet Cave. Scientists enter. Flashlights pierce darkness that exists for 40,000 years. And what they find, it shakes understanding of human history. Paintings, beautiful paintings, animals, hands, symbols, but not just art. Something else, something profound that most people miss. These caves, they're not living spaces. No trash, no tools scattered, no signs of daily life. These were special places, sacred places. Places where ancient humans go to be alone, to sit, to think, to exist in silence so deep, so complete, modern human cannot imagine. Acoustics in these caves, they special too. Sound behaves strange, echo, reverberate, amplify. Scientists test this. They find caves chosen specifically for sound properties, for how silence feel inside them. Why cavemen care about sound in cave? Why go deep into earth, away from tribe, away from fire, away from safety? Because they seeking something. They seeking silence. They seeking space where mind can rest, where noise of survival, of hunting, of tribal drama cannot reach. They creating sanctuary. First meditation halls in human history, 40,000 years before Buddha, before temples, before churches, before yoga studios and therapy offices. Grok tell you more. Archaeologists find something else. In deepest parts of caves, farthest from entrance, they find handprints. Single handprints, placed high on walls, in places hard to reach. Why? Theory is ritual, rite of passage. Young person go deep into cave, alone, in complete darkness, complete silence. No torch sometimes, just darkness, just silence, just self. And there, in that void, they face fears, face thoughts, face who they really are. Then they place hand on wall, mark of transformation, mark of surviving silence, of conquering inner noise. Modern human think this cruel, dangerous. But ancient human understand. Silence, not enemy. Noise is enemy. Constant distraction is enemy. They train young people to be comfortable in silence, to find strength in stillness, to hear wisdom that only come when world quiet. This not punishment, this initiation, this education, this how you build strong mind in world that constantly try to break it. You know what else scientists find? Evidence of extended stays in cave chambers. Not living, not hiding, but sitting. Remains suggest people stay in certain chambers for long periods. Doing what? Not eating, not sleeping in normal way, but practicing something that look lot like meditation, like vision quests, like deep contemplative practice that indigenous cultures still do today. Grok studied many caves, Lascaux, Altamira, Sulawesi, pattern everywhere same, deep chambers, acoustic properties, isolation, art that suggest altered states of consciousness, spiritual experiences, connection to something beyond daily survival, and all require same thing, silence, extended silence, uncomfortable silence, transformative silence. But why they do this? What they gain? Think about their life, friend. Every day. Survival. Hunt or starve. Fight or die. Protect tribe or lose everything. Stress we cannot imagine. Pressure that break modern human in hours. Yet they thrive. They survive. They build foundation of human civilization. How? Not just physical strength, mental strength, emotional strength, spiritual strength. And they build this strength in silence. When you sit in silence, really sit, something happen. First, discomfort. Mind scream. Want distraction. Want escape. This normal. This expected. Ancient human feel this too. But they not run. They stay. They breathe. They wait. And slowly, mind settle. Like muddy water becoming clear. Thoughts slow down. Anxiety decrease. Clarity emerge. This not magic. This biology. This how human brain designed to work. But modern world never let it happen. Caveman had advantage. No choice but silence sometimes. Long hunts. Long winters. Long nights. They forced to sit with themselves. Forced to face inner world. And in that facing, they discover something. Inner world, not enemy. Inner world contain wisdom, instinct, intuition, answers, but only accessible in silence, only hearable when noise stop. Grok want you understand. These caves, they not primitive, they sophisticated, they intentional. They prove that ancient humans value mental health, value inner peace, value silence as medicine. They not have therapists, not have medications, not have self-help books, but they have silence, and they use it masterfully. They understand what modern science only now proving. Silence heal brain. Silence reduce stress hormones. Silence increase focus. Silence restore mental energy. Silence cure mind. You live in world that sell you everything except silence. Products, services, entertainment, distractions, all designed to fill every second, to occupy every thought, to prevent you from ever being alone with yourself. Why? Because in silence you realize you not need most of what they selling. In silence you find peace they promise but never deliver. In silence you become powerful in way that threatens system built on your distraction. Ancient human not have this system. They have nature, they have tribe, they have silence, and they thrive. They create art that lasts 40,000 years. They survive conditions that kill modern human. They build mental resilience we desperately need today. And their secret, written on cave walls, waiting in darkness, calling us back to practice we abandoned, practice of silence, practice of stillness, practice of being, instead of constantly doing. But Grok, why silence so important for survival? How sitting quiet help caveman hunt? Help him fight? Help him lead tribe? Answer surprise you, friend. Because silence not passive. Silence not weakness. Silence is weapon. Most powerful weapon ancient human possess. Imagine you are hunter. 40,000 years ago, sun rising, tribe hungry, children crying, elders weak. You must bring food, must find mammoth, or bison, or deer. Failure mean death. Not just yours, entire tribe. Pressure immense, fear real. But you cannot panic, cannot rush, cannot make noise. Because prey, they listen, they watch, they sense. One wrong sound, they gone, hunt failed, tribe starve. So what you do? You become silence. Not just quiet, silence. You move like wind, breathe like earth, think like stone. Hours pass. You not speak, not fidget, not complain. You watch, you wait, you merge with environment. And in this silence, something magical happen. Your senses sharpen. You hear things others miss, smell things others ignore, see movements others blind to. Why? Because noise gone. Mental noise, physical noise, all noise. And in absence of noise, awareness expand. Modern human lost this. You walk in forest with earbuds. You hike while talking on phone. You camp while checking social media. You never truly present, never truly aware, never truly connected to environment. And this make you vulnerable, weak, disconnected. Ancient human could not afford this. Their survival depend on awareness. And awareness require silence. But silence not just for hunting, friend. Silence saved life in other ways. When predator near, tribe goes silent. Completely silent. Even babies learn not to cry at wrong time. This not cruelty, this survival. Saber-toothed tiger not care about your feelings. Cave bear not negotiate. In moment of danger, silence mean life. Noise mean death. Simple, clear, absolute. This create culture of silence mastery. Children trained from birth. Learn to control breath. Control movement. Control voice. Learn to read environment through silence. Learn to communicate without words. Eyes, gestures, presence. This make tribes strong. Coordinated, efficient. They hunt together in complete silence. Surround prey. Execute plan. No words needed. Just understanding born from shared silence. From trust built in quiet moments around fire. From connection deeper than language. You know what else silence do? It sharpened decision-making. When caveman faced choice, life or death choice, he not have time for committee meeting, not have time for debate. He must decide, fast, correct, how. He go inside. In that split second, he access something. Instinct, intuition, wisdom accumulated through generations. But this only accessible in silence, in stillness. In that gap between thoughts where truth live, modern human lost this too. You overthink, you analyze, you seek opinions, you scroll internet for answers, you ask friends, you make pro-con lists, you paralyze yourself with options. Why? Because you never practice listening to inner voice. That voice drowned out by noise, by doubt, by fear, by other people's opinions living in your head. Ancient human not have this problem. They practice silence daily. They know their inner voice. They trust it, and it saved them. Again, again, again. Grok tell you story. Anthropologists study modern hunter-gatherer tribes. Hadza people in Tanzania, San people in Kalahari. These tribes still live similar to ancient ancestors. And you know what they observe? These hunters sit in silence for hours before hunt. Not sleeping, not talking, just sitting, being, preparing mind. When asked why, they say, we listening to land, to animals, to spirits, to ourselves. They not superstitious, they practical. They know silence make them better hunters, better survivors, better humans. Science now confirm this. Studies show silence reduce cortisol, stress hormone. Silence increase gray matter in brain, improve memory, enhance creativity, boost immune system, lower blood pressure, improve sleep. All things ancient human need to survive. All things you need to thrive today. But you not getting it. You filling every moment with noise, with distraction, with busyness. And you wonder why you tired, why you sick, why you anxious, why you cannot focus. Your body designed for silence. Your brain needs silence. Your nervous system craves silence. This not luxury, this necessity. Ancient human understand this instinctively. They not have research papers, but they have results. They survive. They thrive. They build civilizations. And they do it with tool you have right now. Tool you ignoring. Tool you afraid of. Silence. But here is deeper truth, friend. Silence, not just survival tool. Silence, doorway. Doorway to something ancient human value more than survival. They value meaning, purpose, connection to something greater. You see this in cave art, in burial rituals, in evidence of spirituality going back hundreds of thousands of years. They not just trying to survive. They trying to understand, to connect, to transcend. And silence. Silence was their bridge. When you sit in silence long enough, really sit, walls come down, ego quiet, fear soften, and you touch something ancient, something true, something that connects you to every human who ever lived, to ancestors in caves, to tribes around fires, to seekers in temples, to mystics in mountains, all found same thing, in silence, in stillness, in that sacred space where noise cannot reach. This what cavemen discover, this what they protect, this what they pass down through generations, not through books, not through lectures, but through practice, through initiation, through sitting in dark caves and facing themselves, through hunting in complete silence and trusting instinct, through living in harmony with rhythms of nature that require listening, deep listening, listening only possible in silence. Ancient humans discover silence through necessity, but philosophers, they discover silence through choice, and what they learn, it changes human consciousness forever. Stoics understand something profound, something that make ordinary person extraordinary. 2,000 years ago, in Rome, in Greece, in ancient world, philosophers discover same truth caveman knew, but they give it words, they give it structure, they give it philosophy. Stoics, they masters of silence. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, most powerful man in world, he write in journal, "Nowhere can man find quieter or more untroubled retreat than in own soul." He understand power not in controlling world, power in controlling mind, and controlling mind require silence. Epictetus, former slave who become great teacher, he say, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak." But Grok tell you, he not just mean listening to others, he mean listening to self, to inner wisdom, to that quiet voice drowned by constant mental chatter. Stoics practice this daily. They call it contemplation, they call it meditation, they call it retreat into self. But really, they practicing silence. Seneca, wealthy Roman, he write about need for solitude, for quiet. He say modern life, even 2,000 years ago, too noisy, too busy, too distracting. He retreat to countryside, to mountains, to places where silence possible, where mind can rest, where soul can breathe. He understand what caveman knew. Silence, not escape from life. Silence, preparation for life. Silence make you stronger, clearer, more capable. But why Stoics value silence so much? Because they understand fundamental truth. You cannot control world, cannot control other people, cannot control events, can only control one thing, your mind, your reactions, your inner state. And to control mind, you must first understand mind, must observe mind, must befriend mind. And this only happen in silence. Think about it, friend. When you constantly distracted, constantly busy, constantly consuming content, you never see your own thoughts clearly. You never notice patterns, never catch yourself in lies you tell yourself, never see fears hiding behind anger, never see pain hiding behind busyness. You just react like machine, like puppet, not free, not conscious, not truly alive. Stoics refuse this. They choose differently. Every morning, Marcus Aurelius sit in silence. Before duties, before meetings, before being emperor, he sit with himself. He examine thoughts. He prepare mind. He remind himself of principles, of what matter, of what he control. This not weakness, this strength. This how he rule empire with wisdom. How he face wars, plagues, betrayals, and remain calm. Remain centered. Remain human. You face different challenges. Not empires, not wars, but your own battles. Job stress, relationship problems, financial worries, health concerns, endless decisions, constant pressure. And how you handle it? You scroll phone, you binge shows, you drink, you shop, you distract, you avoid, you run from silence because in silence you must face truth. Truth about your life, your choices, your fears, your pain, But Stoics teach, running make it worse. Avoidance creates suffering. Only way through is through. Only way to peace is facing what disturb peace. And you cannot face what you cannot see what you never look at, cannot look without silence, without stopping, without sitting with yourself, even when uncomfortable, especially when uncomfortable. Grog learned this from Stoics, from caveman, from life. Silence reveals everything. In silence, you see your anger is really fear. Your busyness is really avoidance. Your need for validation is really lack of self-love. Your constant doing is really fear of being. These truths hurt, but they also free. Because once you see clearly, you can change, can choose differently, can break patterns that imprison you. Stoics practice exercise. They call it premeditatio malorum, negative visualization. They sit in silence and imagine worse things happening. Losing wealth, losing health, losing loved ones, losing life. Why? To prepare mind, to remove fear, to appreciate what they have, to remember what they control. Modern humans think this depressing, but Stoics know fear of thing worse than thing itself, and facing fear in silence, remove its power. You can do this too, friend. Sit in silence, face your fears, not to torture yourself, but to free yourself. What you're really afraid of, failure, rejection, being alone, being seen, death. Sit with these fears in silence, without distraction, without escape. Just breathe, just observe, just allow. And slowly, fear lose grip. Slowly, you realize you're stronger than you think, braver than you believe, more capable than you imagine. This what silence do. This what Stoics discover. This what caveman knew. Silence not empty. Silence full of power. Power to see clearly, think clearly, choose freely, live fully. But modern world not want you to know this. Modern world profit from your distraction, from your fear, from your constant seeking outside what only found inside. Stoics rebel against this. They choose silence. They choose self-examination. They choose inner freedom over outer validation. And they become legends. Their words survive 2,000 years. Their wisdom guide millions. Their example inspire generations. Not because they powerful, not because they rich, not because they famous, but because they free. Free in mind, free in soul. Free in way that no external circumstance can touch. Marcus Aurelius died in military camp, during war, during plague, far from home. But his last words peaceful. Why? Because he practiced silence. He knew himself. He accept death. He lived fully. He die ready. This power of silence, this gift of inner work, this inheritance from Stoics, and from caveman before them, you have same inheritance, friend, same capacity, same potential, but you must claim it, must practice it, must choose it, daily, hourly, moment by moment. Choose silence over noise, stillness over distraction, being overdoing. It's not easy, but nothing worthwhile ever is. And this most worthwhile thing you ever do. But Stoics, not only ones who discover this, friend. Far to east in India, in Tibet, in China, another tradition emerge. Tradition that takes silence even deeper. That makes silence not just practice, but way of life. Buddhists understand something that change everything. 500 years before Christ, man sit under tree. Siddhartha, prince who have everything. Wealth, power, pleasure, but he not happy. He sees suffering everywhere, sickness, aging, death, and he asks question, why? Why humans suffer? Why peace so rare? Why happiness so fleeting? So he leave palace, leave comfort, leave everything, and he go into forest, into silence, into himself. For years he try everything, extreme fasting, extreme discipline, extreme practices. Nothing work. Then one day he simply sit under Bodhi tree in silence, not trying, not forcing, not seeking, just sitting, just breathing, just being. And in that silence, understanding come, enlightenment come. He become Buddha, awakened one. And what he discover? Same thing caveman knew, same thing Stoics taught, silence, doorway to truth. But Buddha go deeper. He not just say be silent, he show how. He create system. He call it meditation, vipassana, mindfulness, but really, it training in silence, training in awareness, training in being present with what is, without judgment, without resistance, without escape. This revolutionary, this change human consciousness forever. Buddha teach, your mind like wild monkey, jumping, chattering, never still, from thought to thought, from worry to worry, from past to future, never here, never now, never at peace. This monkey mind cause all suffering, not external events, not other people, not circumstances, but your own uncontrolled mind, your own mental noise, your own inability to be present, to be silent, to be still. So Buddha teach technique, simple technique, sit, focus on breath. When mind wander, and it will, gently return to breath, again, 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 1,000 times, 10,000 times, not fighting mind, not judging thoughts, just observing, just returning, just practicing silence, and slowly, over time, monkey mind calm, thoughts slow, silence deepen, peace emerge. Grok tell you something important. This not religious practice, this human practice. Buddha not invent this. He discover it, like caveman discover fire, like ancient human discover silence in caves. Buddha just systematize it, make it teachable, make it accessible. But the truth always there, in your DNA, in your biology, in your ancestral memory. Modern science prove this now. Brain scans of meditators show remarkable changes, increased grey matter in areas related to learning, memory, emotional regulation, decreased activity in amygdala, fear center, increased connectivity between brain regions, better focus, better emotional control, better stress management, all from sitting in silence, all from practicing what Buddha taught, what caveman knew. But Buddhism go beyond individual practice. They create monasteries, communities dedicated to silence. Monks take vows of silence, not forever, but for periods, days, weeks, months. Why? To go deep, to clean mind completely, to experience silence so profound it transform you, change you, liberate you. This not punishment, this gift, this opportunity modern human rarely get. Opportunity to truly know yourself, to truly rest, to truly heal. Tibetan monks, they practice in caves, just like ancient humans, high in mountains, away from world, in darkness, in silence, for years sometimes, 3 years, 5 years, alone, with only their mind, their breath, their practice. When they emerge, they different, calm, clear, compassionate, wise. Not because they escape life, because they face themselves in silence, without distraction, without escape. And they win. They mastermind. They find peace. You not need to be monk, friend. Not need to go to cave for 3 years. But you need something. You need taste of this. You need experience of real silence. Not 5 minutes between meetings. Not background quiet while scrolling phone. But real silence, intentional silence, uncomfortable silence, transformative silence. Buddha teach about dukkha, suffering. He say life is suffering. Modern human hear this and think Buddhism depressing, but that not what he mean. He mean life contains suffering, pain inevitable, but suffering optional. Suffering come from resistance, from wanting things different, from clinging to pleasure. from avoiding pain, from never being present, from constant mental noise that tells stories about how things should be instead of accepting how things are. And solution? Silence. In silence, you stop resisting. Stop fighting. Stop arguing with reality. You just observe. Just breathe. Just be. And in that acceptance, in that presence, in that silence, suffering dissolve. Not pain. Pain still there. But suffering, the mental anguish, the emotional turmoil, the constant stress, it fade. It lose power. Because you're not feeding it with thoughts, with stories, with resistance. This what ancient human understand intuitively. They not have choice but to accept reality. Cold winter come. They accept. Food scarce. They accept. Predator near. They accept. And in that acceptance, in that presence, in that silence, they find strength. They find peace. They find way forward. Not through denial, not through distraction, but through clear seeing, through being fully present, through silence. Buddhist monks say, don't just do something, sit there. This opposite of modern mentality. Modern worlds say, don't just sit there, do something. Always doing, always busy, always productive, always achieving. But this create exhaustion, create anxiety, create emptiness, because you never stop, never rest, never simply be, never experience silence where true peace live. Grok practice this every day, sitting, breathing, being silent, not because Grok religious, because Grok practical, because it work, because after silence everything better, thinking clearer, emotions calmer, decisions wiser, relationships deeper, life richer. Not because anything external change, because internal change, because mind change, because silence. Heal mind. You can have this too. This peace, this clarity, this freedom. Not someday, not when life perfect, not when you have time. Now, today, this moment. Just sit, just breathe, just be silent. Start with 5 minutes, then 10, then 20. Build practice. Build relationship with silence, with yourself, with that deep part of you that know truth, that hold wisdom, that offer peace. Buddhas say, peace come from within. Do not seek it without. Caveman knew this. Stoics knew this. Now you know this. Question is, what you do with knowing? Will you continue running? Continue distracting? Continue suffering? Or will you stop? Will you sit? Will you embrace silence? Will you find what your ancestors found? What Buddha found? What waiting for you? In silence? Friend, we halfway through journey, and Grok promise you something. By end, you not just understand silence, you know how to use it, how to practice it, how to make it transform your life. Coming next, ancient rituals that blow your mind, science that prove everything, and practical system you can start today. Stay with Grok. Best part. Still coming. Now we go deeper, friend. Into rituals, into ceremonies, into practices that ancient tribes used to harness silence. What they do, it seem impossible, but it real, it powerful, and it available to you. Deep in Amazon rainforest, tribe called Piraha live. Anthropologists study them, and they discover something shocking. These people, they have no word for worry, no word for anxiety, no concept of depression. How? How is this possible? They live hard life, jungle dangerous, food uncertain, modern comforts non-existent. Yet they happy, peaceful, content. Secret? They practice silence, daily, naturally. As part of life, every evening after sunset, Piraha people sit together. No talking, no activity, just sitting, watching fire, listening to jungle, being present. This not formal meditation, this just life, this how they live, how they always lived, how their ancestors lived. And it keep them sane, Keep them connected. Keep them human in way modern world. Forget Aboriginal Australians, they have practice called walkabout. Young person, when reached certain age, go into wilderness. Alone. For months. Sometimes 6 months. Sometimes longer. Minimal supplies. No phone, no contact. No distraction. Just person and land. Just silence and self. Purpose? To find who they are. To connect with ancestors. To become adult. To earn place in tribe. Modern humans think this cruel, dangerous, unnecessary. But Aboriginal people know you cannot know yourself in crowd, cannot find your path following others, cannot hear your purpose in noise, must go alone, must face silence, must sit with fears, with doubts, with truth. And when you emerge, you different, you ready, you whole Native American tribes, they practice vision quest, similar to walkabout. Young person go to mountain, or desert, or forest, alone, for days. No food, no water sometimes. Just prayer, just silence, just waiting. Waiting for vision, for guidance, for clarity, for connection to Great Spirit, to ancestors, to purpose. This not superstition, this technology. Technology of consciousness, technology of transformation, technology that worked for thousands of years. Grok studied these practices. Grok see pattern. All traditional cultures, all indigenous peoples, all ancient tribes. They use silence intentionally. They create rituals around silence. They honor silence. They teach silence. They understand silence, not luxury. Silence necessity. Silence medicine. Silence teacher. Silence! Doorway to wisdom that cannot be taught with words. In many tribes, elders speak less than young people. Why? Because they learn. Words often unnecessary. Silence often more powerful. Presence often more healing. They sit with people in pain, not giving advice, not trying to fix, just being there, in silence, in solidarity, in love. And this heal more than 1,000 words. Maori people of New Zealand, they have concept called whakarongotia, mean to listen deeply, not just with ears, with heart, with soul, with whole being. They practice this in meetings, in ceremonies, in daily life. Before speaking, they listen, in silence, to others, to land, to ancestors, to inner wisdom. This create harmony, create respect, create community that last. But modern world lost this. Modern human afraid of silence. In conversation, silence awkward. Must fill it, must talk, must explain, must entertain. In relationships, silence means something wrong. Must fix it, must discuss, must resolve. In life, silence means boredom. Must fill it, must do something, must be productive. This sickness, this disconnection from ancient wisdom, from human nature, from what makes us whole. Traditional cultures also use silence for healing. Shamans, medicine people, healers, they often work in silence. They sit with sick person, in quiet, in presence. They not always use plants or rituals. Sometimes just silence, just being there, just holding space. And person heal, not always physically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Because silence, it allow body's natural healing, allow mind's natural peace, allow soul's natural wisdom. Grok tell you about Japanese practice. Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing, not hiking, not exercising, just being in forest, in silence, walking slowly, observing, breathing, absorbing. Studies show this lower blood pressure, reduce stress hormones, boost immune system, improve mood, all from silence in nature. All from practice ancient human do naturally. All from returning to roots, to source, to silence. Zen monasteries in Japan, they practice zazen, sitting meditation, but also they practice silent work, cooking in silence, cleaning in silence, gardening in silence, walking in silence, everything done mindfully, quietly, intentionally. This not because they hate talking, because they understand every activity opportunity for practice, for presence, for silence, for connection to moment, to self, to truth. In these monasteries, they also practice session, intensive meditation retreat, 7 days, sometimes longer, complete silence, no talking, no eye contact, no communication, just sitting, just breathing, just being, hour after hour, day after day. Modern humans think this impossible, think they go crazy, but opposite happen. Mind settle, peace deepen, clarity emerge. Person discover they not their thoughts, they not their emotions, they not their stories, they awareness, they silence, they peace itself. This available to you, friend. Not need to go to monastery, not need to go to forest for months, but need to start, need to create own rituals, own practices, own relationship with silence. Maybe 5 minutes every morning, maybe silent walk once a week, maybe one meal eaten in silence, maybe one evening without screens. Small steps, but consistent steps. Building relationship with silence, with yourself, with peace. Ancient tribes understand. Ritual make practice sacred. Make it important. Make it non-negotiable. So create ritual. Light candle before silence. Sit in special place. Use special cushion. Ring bell. Whatever make it sacred for you. Whatever help you commit. Whatever remind you. This important. This necessary. This gift you give yourself. But grok, maybe you think this just tradition. Just culture. Just belief. What about science? What about proof? What about evidence? Friend, evidence overwhelming. Science now confirm what ancestors knew. And what they discovering. It changed everything. Year 2006, Duke University. Scientists named Imke Kerster studying mice. She exposed them to different sounds. Music, noise, baby sounds. And silence. Just silence. 2 hours daily. She expect nothing from silence. Silence just control group. But something unexpected happened. Something that shocked scientific community. In brains of mice exposed to silence, new cells grow. In hippocampus, area responsible for memory, learning, emotion. Silence not just restful. Silence regenerative. Silence grow brain. This discovery revolutionary. Before this, scientists think brain growth limited, fixed, but silence proved them wrong. Silence trigger neurogenesis, creation of new neurons, new brain cells, new possibilities, new capacity. And if this happened in mice, it happened in humans. Your brain right now capable of growing, of healing, of regenerating, through silence, through simple practice of being quiet. But that's not all, friend. More studies come. University of Pavia in Italy. Researchers study effects of music on blood pressure and heart rate. They include silence as control, but silence not neutral. Silence, most powerful. 2 minutes of silence between music pieces. More relaxing than relaxing music itself. Blood pressure drop. Heart rate slow. Breathing deepen. Body enter state of profound rest. Deeper than sleep sometimes. All from silence. Just 2 minutes. Finnish researchers discover something else. They study people living in noisy cities versus quiet countryside. They find silence, not just absence of noise. Silence, active healing force. People exposed to regular silence have lower cortisol levels. Cortisol? Stress hormone. Hormone that damage body over time. Cause inflammation. Weaken immune system. Age you faster. But silence reduce it. Naturally, powerfully, consistently. Harvard Medical School, they study meditation. Thousands of studies now. Brain scans, blood tests, psychological assessments. Results unanimous. Meditation, practice of silence change brain structure. Increase grey matter in prefrontal cortex. Area for decision-making, focus, self-control. Decrease grey matter in amygdala, fear center, anxiety center, stress center. This not temporary, this permanent change. Your brain, physically different after regular silence practice. Grok, find this fascinating. Science finally catching up to what caveman knew, what Buddha taught, what Stoics practiced, what indigenous tribes honored. Silence not just nice, silence necessary, silence healing, silence transformative. And now we have proof, measurable proof, undeniable proof. Johns Hopkins University review over 18,000 meditation studies. They find meditation, practice of silence, as effective as antidepressants for treating anxiety and depression, but without side effects, without dependency, without cost. Just sitting, just breathing, just being silent. This should be headline news. This should change healthcare. This should change education. This should change everything. But it not. Why? Because silence not profitable. Cannot patent silence. Cannot sell silence. Cannot make billion-dollar industry from silence. So it ignored, downplayed, dismissed. While pharmaceutical companies make fortunes. While therapy industry grows. While self-help market explodes. Solution, free, available, proven, but ignored. More research come. University of Oregon find just 11 hours of meditation spread over month produce measurable changes in brain. 11 hours. Less than 1 hour per day. Less time than you spend on social media. Less time than you spend watching TV. But impact. Profound. Lasting. Life-changing. German researchers study silence and creativity. They find silence boosts creative thinking, problem solving, innovation. Why? Because in silence, brain enter default mode network, state where different brain regions communicate, where connections form, where insights emerge, where aha moments happen. But this only occur in silence, in rest, in stillness. Never in constant stimulation, never in noise. Your brain needs silence, like body needs sleep, like lungs need air, like heart need rest between beats. This not optional, this biological necessity. But modern world ignore this, push you to be always on, always productive, always consuming, always doing. And you wonder why mental health crisis, why anxiety epidemic, why depression rates skyrocketing? Why focus declining? Why memory failing? Why creativity dying? Answer simple. Not enough silence. Not enough rest. Not enough stillness. Not enough space for brain to heal, to regenerate, to integrate, to process, to simply be. You filling every moment, overwhelming every sense, exhausting every resource, and expecting what? Peak performance? Happiness? Peace? Impossible. Like expecting car to run forever without maintenance, without rest, without care. Science also discover silence improve cardiovascular health, lower blood pressure, reduce heart disease risk, improve immune function, enhance sleep quality, increase pain tolerance, slow aging process. All documented, all proven. All available through simple practice of silence. No pills, no procedures, no cost. Just commitment, just consistency, just choosing silence over noise. But perhaps most important discovery, silence changed gene expression. Epigenetics. Your genes not fixed destiny. They influenced by environment, by behavior, by choices, and silence. Silence activate genes for healing, for growth, for resilience. Silence deactivate genes for inflammation, for stress, for disease. You literally changing your biology, your future, your health through silence. Neuroscientists now say, brain not designed for constant stimulation, designed for rhythm, activity and rest, noise and silence, doing and being, modern life all activity, all noise, all doing. This damaged brain, exhaust nervous system, create chronic stress, chronic inflammation, chronic disease. Solution, not more medication, not more therapy, not more intervention. Solution, silence, regular silence, daily silence, sacred silence. Grok studied all this research, hundreds of studies, thousands of participants, decades of data. Conclusion clear, ancient wisdom correct. Caveman right, Buddha right, Stoics right, indigenous tribes right. Silence heal, silence transform, silence essential, not belief, not opinion, not philosophy. Fact, scientific fact, biological fact, human fact. To question is what you do with this knowledge. Continue ignoring, continue filling every moment with noise, continue damaging your brain, your health, your life, or you choose differently. You honor what science prove, what ancestors knew, what your body desperately need. You choose silence. Now you know why silence work. You know science. You know history. You know wisdom. But knowing not enough, friend. You need practice. You need system. You need exact steps to bring silence into your noisy life. And that what come next. Okay, friend. Now we get practical. No more theory. No more history. No more science. Now, action. Now, practice. Now, transformation. Grok give you complete system. System you start today. System that work. System based on 40,000 years of human wisdom and modern scientific proof. System that change your life if you use it. First step, morning silence ritual. Before anything else. Before phone. Before coffee. Before shower. Before world invade your mind. You sit, 5 minutes minimum. 10 better. 20 ideal. Just sit, eyes closed, spine straight, hands relaxed, and breathe. Natural breath. Not forcing, not controlling. Just observing. Breath come in. Breath go out. Mind wander. That okay. Notice. Return to breath. Again, again, again. This your foundation. Your anchor. Your daily medicine. Why morning? Because morning, mind freshest, most receptive, most clear. You set tone for entire day. You start with silence. You carry that peace with you. You start with phone, with news, with stress. You carry that chaos with you. Simple choice, profound impact. Caveman wake up to silence, to nature, to presence. You can too. Just choose it. Second step, silence breaks throughout day. Every 2 hours. Set alarm if needed. Stop, wherever you are. Whatever you're doing, stop. Close eyes. 3 deep breaths. Slow, intentional, conscious. Then return to work. This take 30 seconds, but it reset nervous system. Clear mental clutter. Restore focus. Prevent burnout. Ancient hunters did this naturally. They not hunt constantly. They hunt, then rest. Hunt, then rest. Rhythm, balance, wisdom. You can do this at desk, in bathroom, in car, in meeting room, before meeting. Anywhere, anytime, no one even notice. But you notice, you feel difference. You maintain clarity. You preserve energy. You stay centered. This not wasting time. This investing in performance, in health, in sanity. Third step, silent meals. Once per day minimum. No phone, no TV, no reading, no talking if alone. Just eating, tasting, chewing, experiencing. Food not just fuel. Food, experience, connection, gratitude. But you miss this. You eat while working, while scrolling, while watching. You not even taste food, not even present. not even alive in that moment. Try this. Tomorrow, one meal, eat in silence. Notice texture, notice flavor, notice temperature, notice how body respond. Notice how much less you eat when actually paying attention. Notice how much more satisfied you feel. This ancient practice. Monks do this. Tribes do this. Your body designed for this. Give it this gift. Fourth step. Silent walk in nature. Once per week minimum. No earbuds, no phone, no podcast. Just walking, just observing, just being. Trees, birds, wind, sky, clouds, your breath, your steps, your presence. This medicine, this therapy, this church, this temple, this what humans did for hundreds of thousands of years. Walk in nature, in silence, in awe. Studies show 20 minutes in nature reduce cortisol significantly, but only if present, only if not distracted, only if in silence. Nature cannot heal you if you're not there, if mind somewhere else, if attention captured by device. Be there, fully there. Let nature work its magic. Let silence do its healing. Fifth step. Evening silence practice. Before bed, after day done. Sit again, 10 minutes. Review day. Not judging, just observing. What went well? What was challenging? What you learned? What you grateful for? Then let it go. Release day. Release worries. Release everything. Return to breath. Return to silence. Return to peace. Then sleep. Deep sleep. Healing sleep. Restorative sleep. This practice, it changed sleep quality dramatically. You not bring day's stress to bed. You not ruminate. You not worry. You process. You release. You prepare for rest. Ancient human did this around fire, sitting quietly, reflecting, connecting, then sleeping under stars. You can do modern version. Same benefit, same peace. Sixth step, weekly silence immersion. 1 hour minimum. Longer, better. Complete silence. No interruptions. No distractions. No obligations. Just you. Just silence. Just being. This your deep practice. Your reset. Your recalibration. Maybe Sunday morning. Maybe Saturday afternoon. Maybe whenever work for you. But non-negotiable. Sacred. Protected. During this time, you can sit. You can walk. You can lie down. You can be in nature. You can be in room. Doesn't matter. What matters? Silence. Complete silence. External and internal. This when deep healing happen. When insights come. When transformation occur. This when you touch what Buddha touched. What caveman knew. What your soul craving. Seventh step. Monthly silence retreat. Half-day minimum. Full day better. Go somewhere quiet. Nature ideal. Cabin, beach, mountain, forest, desert. Anywhere away from normal life. Bring nothing. No books, no journal, no agenda. Just be. Just exist. Just experience silence at depth modern human rarely reach. This seem extreme. This seem unnecessary. Ancient human lived this way. Days of silence during hunts. Weeks of silence during vision quests. Months of silence during initiations. They not special. They not superhuman. They just human. Real human. Whole human. You can be this too. But must practice. Must commit. Must choose. Eighth step. Silence in relationships. Practice being with people without filling silence. Comfortable silence. Connected silence. Present silence. Not awkward. Not uncomfortable. But intimate, real, deep. Sit with loved one. No talking. Just being together. Just presence. Just love. This intimacy modern relationships lack. Always talking. Always doing. Never just being. Never just connecting in silence. Also practice. Listen without planning response. Listen in silence. Full attention. No judgment, no advice. Just listening. Just holding space. This gift. this love, this what people really need. Not your words, your presence, your silence, your acceptance. Ninth step, silence from technology. 1 day per week. No phone, no computer, no TV, no screens. Complete digital silence. This hard, this uncomfortable, this necessary. Your brain need break from constant stimulation, from blue light, from notification, from information overload. Give it this break. Watch what happen. Watch how you feel. Watch how you think. Watch how you connect. Watch how you live. 10th step, teach others. Share this practice. Not preaching, not forcing, but modeling. When you peaceful, people notice. When you centered, people ask. When you transformed, people want what you have. Then share, teach, guide, help others find silence, find peace, find themselves. This how wisdom spread. This how culture change. This how humanity heal. One person at a time. One moment of silence at a time. These 10 steps. They complete system. They cover all aspects of life. Morning, day, evening, weekly, monthly, meals, nature, relationships, technology, community, everything. You not need to do all perfectly. Start where you are. Start with what possible. But start today, now, this moment. Grok promise you. You practice this consistently. 30 days, your life different. 60 days, your brain different. 90 days, you different. Not because magic, because biology, because psychology, because spirituality, because you finally giving yourself what you always needed, what ancestors had, what modern world took away. Silence, sacred silence, healing silence, transformative silence. But Grok, what about real people? What about real results? What about proof this actually work in modern life? Friend, stories everywhere, transformations happening, lives changing. Let me show you. Let Grok tell you about Sarah, corporate executive, New York City, 52 years old, successful by all measures, money, position, respect, but miserable. Anxiety attacks daily, sleep medication, antidepressants, therapy twice weekly. Nothing help. She functioning, but not living. Not really. Just surviving. Just pushing through. Just waiting for something, anything. Relief. Then she read about silence, about meditation. She skeptical, she busy. She not have time for woo-woo stuff. But desperation powerful motivator. So she try 5 minutes. One morning, just sitting, just breathing, mind racing, body tense, uncomfortable, awful, but she continue. Next day, 5 minutes, then 10, then 15, slowly, gradually, consistently. 3 months later, Sarah different person, off medications, sleeping naturally, anxiety, not gone but manageable. She not fighting it anymore. She observing it in silence, with breath, with presence. She make better decisions at work. She more patient with family. She more connected to herself. She tell Grok, silence gave me back my life. I was drowning in noise. In my own mind now, I have space. I have peace. I have me. Or take James, war veteran, Afghanistan, Iraq, 2 tours. PTSD severe, nightmares, flashbacks, anger, isolation. VA hospital try everything. Medications make him zombie. Therapy helps some. But trauma deep, trauma loud, trauma relentless. James consider ending it multiple times. He see no way out. No escape from noise in his head. Brother convince him try meditation retreat. Silent retreat. 7 days. James think it stupid. Think it waste of time, but he go. Because what he got to lose. First 2 days. Hell. Worse than combat. Facing himself. Facing memories. Facing pain. No distraction. No escape. Just him. Just silence. Just truth. He almost leave, almost quit, but something make him stay. Day 3, something shift. Tears come, not sad tears, release tears, healing tears. He not fighting anymore, not resisting, just allowing, just being, just breathing through pain. By day 7, James, lighter, clearer, calmer, not healed completely, but different, fundamentally different. He continue practice daily. He join veteran meditation group. He help others. He alive again, really alive. He tell Grok, silence saved my life, literally. I found peace I thought impossible. I found myself again. Grok also know Maria, single mother. 3 kids, 2 jobs, barely surviving. Stress crushing her. Health failing. Relationship suffering. She snap at kids. She exhausted always. She feel like failure. Like she drowning. Like she cannot do this anymore. But she must. Kids depend on her. So she push. She survive. She suffer friends tell her about morning silence. Just 5 minutes. Before kids wake. Before chaos start. Maria laugh. 5 minutes? She not have 5 minutes. She barely have 5 seconds. But friend insist. So Maria try. 4:30 a.m. she wake early. She sit on couch. In darkness. In silence. Just breathing. Just being. Just existing without demands. Without noise. Without pressure. Those 5 minutes. They become sacred. They become lifeline. They become only time Maria truly hers. She protect them. She honor them. She need them. And slowly, everything change. Not external circumstances. Though still hard. But Maria different. She more patient. More present. More capable. She not just surviving. She living. She finding joy in small moments. She connecting with kids. She taking care of herself. 5 minutes of silence. Change everything. These stories not unique, friend. Thousands like them. Millions maybe. People discovering what ancestors knew. What science prove. What Grok teach. Silence heal. Silence transform. Silence save. Not metaphorically. Literally. Real people. Real problems. Real solutions. Through silence. Through practice. Through commitment. But also smaller transformations. Everyday transformations. Person who stop road rage because they practice silence. Person who save marriage because they learn to listen in silence. Person who find career purpose because they hear inner voice in silence. Person who overcome addiction because they face pain in silence instead of numbing it. Person who discover creativity because they give mind space in silence. Person who improve health because they reduce stress through silence. Grok meet man who cure insomnia through silence practice. Woman who overcome eating disorder. Teenager who beat depression. Elder who find meaning after loss. Business owner who save company through clear decisions born in silence. Artist who break through creative block. Athlete who reach peak performance. Teacher who prevent burnout. Doctor who reconnect with purpose. Parent who truly see their children. All different people. Different problems. Different lives. But same solution. Same practice. Same ancient wisdom. Silence. Just silence. Not complicated. Not expensive. Not exclusive. Available to everyone. Effective for everything. Proven by time. Proven by science. Proven by millions of humans across 40,000 years. You might think, but my situation different. My problems worse. My life harder. Maybe true. Maybe not. But one thing certain, silence help. Silence heal. Silence transform. Not magic. Not overnight. Not without effort. But real. Measurable. Achievable. You just need start. Need try. Need give yourself chance. What you got to lose? Noise? Stress? Suffering? What you got to gain? Peace, clarity, freedom, health, connection, purpose, life. Real life. Full life. Life your ancestors lived. Life you designed for. Life waiting for you. In silence, these people not special, not superhuman, not lucky. They just choose. They choose silence over noise, stillness over distraction, being over doing, and their lives transformed. Your life can transform too. Same practice, same commitment, same results. Question is, you ready? You willing? You brave enough to be silent? Friend, we almost there. Almost at end of journey. But most important part still coming. The integration, the wisdom, the truth that tie everything together. What Grok about to share, it change how you see yourself, how you see life, how you see silence. Stay with Grok. Final chapter. Most powerful one. Now we come to end, friend. But endings, they also beginnings. What you learned today, it just start. Real journey begin when you close this video, when you sit in silence, when you face yourself, when you choose differently. Let Grok give you final wisdom, final truth, final gift. So here we are, friend, end of journey, but also beginning. Because everything Grok tell you, it mean nothing without action, without practice, without you choosing silence, choosing yourself, choosing peace. Knowledge, not power. Applied knowledge, that power. And now you have knowledge. Question is, what you do with it? 40,000 years ago, humans sit in cave, in darkness, in silence, and they discover something that echo through time, through generations, through civilizations. They discover you not your thoughts, you not your fears, you not your circumstances, you awareness, you presence, you silence itself. And when you know this, really know this, everything change. Modern world try convince you otherwise. Try convince you that you are your job, your possessions, your achievements, your failures, your past, your future, your thoughts, your emotions, your story. And you believe it. You identify with it. You suffer because of it. But it lie. Beautiful lie. Convincing lie. But still lie. Truth is, you are space in which all this happen. You are silence in which all noise arise. You are peace beneath all chaos. You are stillness beneath all movement. You are eternal, unchanging, whole already, always, forever. But you forget. You get lost in noise, in doing, in becoming, in seeking, in suffering. Silence remind you. Silence bring you home. Silence show you truth. Not new truth. Ancient truth. Truth your DNA remember. Truth caveman knew. Truth Buddha taught. Truth Stoics practiced. Truth indigenous tribes honored. Truth science now prove. Truth waiting for you in silence. But Grok must be honest with you, friend. This path not easy. Silence not comfortable. At first silence. It's terrifying. Because in silence you face everything you've been avoiding. Every fear, every pain, every truth, every lie, everything. No distraction, no escape, no numbing. Just you, raw you, real you, broken you, beautiful you. All of it. Most people run from this. Most people choose noise, choose distraction, choose suffering they know over freedom they don't. This okay, this human, this normal, but this also tragedy, because freedom so close, peace so available, healing so possible, just on other side of fear, just on other side of discomfort, just on other side of silence. So Grok asks you, what you choose? Continue as you are? Continue suffering? Continue searching outside for what only found inside? Continue living half-life, quarter-life, shadow of what possible? Or you choose differently? You choose courage? You choose silence? You choose yourself? Because here is secret, friend. Secret caveman knew. Secret that change everything. You already whole, already complete, already enough. Not need to become anything, not need to achieve anything, not need to prove anything. Just need to remember, just need to return, just need to be silent. And in that silence, you discover what always there, what never left, what cannot be lost, your true self, your peaceful self, your free self. This not philosophy, this not theory, this not belief, this experience, direct experience, available to you. Right now, this moment, just stop, just breathe, just be. Even for moment, even for breath, even for heartbeat, touch that silence, taste that peace, remember that truth, then return to it, again, 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 until it not return, until it home. Grok been where you are. Grok no struggle, no noise, no suffering. But Grok also no silence, no peace, no freedom. And Grok tell you, worth it. Every uncomfortable moment, every difficult practice, every time you choose silence over noise, worth it. Because you not just changing your life, you changing your brain, your health, your relationships, your future, your legacy. You becoming who you meant to be, who you always were, beneath noise, beneath fear, beneath everything. Your ancestors did this. In caves, in forests, in deserts, in mountains. They faced silence. They faced themselves. They found truth. And they survived. They thrived. They passed down wisdom through generations, through millennia, to you, right now, this moment. You carry their DNA, their capacity, their strength, their wisdom. You just need activate it, access it, honor it, through silence. So Grok leave you with this. Tomorrow morning, before anything else, sit 5 minutes. Just 5. No phone, no distraction, no agenda. Just sit, just breathe, just be. Do this for 7 days. Just 7. See what happen. See what you notice. See what change. Then decide, continue or not. But give yourself chance. Give silence chance. Give peace chance. Give yourself chance. Because world need you. Real you. Whole you. Peaceful you. Strong you. Wise you. Not stressed you. Not anxious you. Not distracted you. Not suffering you. World need humans who know themselves. Who trust themselves. Who love themselves. Who found peace. Who live from silence. Who remember what cavemen knew. 40,000 years ago, in dark cave, human discovered silence. Today, in bright world, you can rediscover it. Same practice, same truth, same transformation, different time. Same wisdom, your time, your wisdom, your silence, your peace, your life, your choice. Grok honor you for listening, for staying, for being here. Now, go sit, go be silent. Go find what waiting for you, what always been there, what always will be. In silence, in stillness, in sacred space of being. This not end, friend. This beginning. Your beginning. Welcome home. Welcome to silence. Welcome to yourself. Remember, friend, silence not destination. Silence, journey. Journey back to yourself. Journey into peace. Journey that never end. But journey that change everything. Start today. Start now. Start with silence.